Hi everyone, welcome back to Smart Contract Labs. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the governance system and design a smart contract based on it. So let's see what is governance system. So governance system is basically where the government implement policies, talk about different proposals and processes and responsible for decision making process, right? So when talk about the digital decentralized governance system, that means it is acting as an agreement between the different government officials who are making decision on different policies, management of resources for the community and organization. So here we have different number of functions that I have listed here that we are going to implement using the Remix Solidity language in Remix IDE. So first is your submit proposal function that in which users can submit their proposals, new proposals, and then there is a vote function by using this which different government officials can vote for the proposal, yes or no. And whenever we have a highest yes vote, that means that proposal is passed by that government system, right? And then execute proposal, that means if execute proposal function was only executes if it has received more votes than no votes, right? And then get proposal count, it's information, it just give you the information about the proposal counts we have in this governance system. And get proposal details give you the specific detail about the proposal. So this is how we are going to design a smart contract for the decentralized governance system, right? So let's do the coding part, and I've already opened this Remix ID. You can just search on Remix ID Ethereum on Google and click on the very first link. Now you can do one thing. So I have created one smart contract lab folder. You just click on it and create a new file. So I'm name it as governance, and this is our new file. So whenever we do the coding in Solidity language, we just specify two important information at the starting. First one is your license identifier, that which license identifier you're gonna use for this code. And next one is your compiler version, right? So for compiler version, we have a statement like pragma solidity, and you can specify your latest compiler version that you are going to use in your code. So instead of writing these two things, I just use my old code and just copy it here, copy from here to here, right? So first one is specifying your license identifier, and second one is specifying your compiler version. Here the compiler version is 0.8.24. Now next part is to create a contract. So contract is a keyword, and name of the contract is governance. Right. Now, whenever we do the coding part, we first declare all the variables that we need for declaring different functions, and then we will see if we need the modifiers or not, and then one by one we will work on different functions that we have listed in this diagram, all the functions, right? Now first, we can have a different types of proposals in this governance system. The proposals for funding, the proposal for a change of certain policies, and the proposal for different things, maybe, right? So first we specify the type of the proposal by using the enumerator. So whenever we have a multiple types or multiple categories for the same thing, so you can use the enumerator for specifying all the categories under one name, right? So for this in the for declaring the enumerator, we have a enum keyword, and here we have a proposal type, right? And all the categories should be separated by the comma under and all the categories kept under curly braces, right? So first one, the category is funding. Second category is you are changing certain policy of the proposal in the proposal, and third one is it's maybe it's maybe the new proposal, new policy, We're talking about the new policy like this. This is how you can specify the different category of the proposal type. If you can think of different many other types, you can specify here. Separate should be separated by the comma. Now, next one, we talk about the proposal. Now, what should we include in a proposal? So first, who is a proposer of that proposal? And then second is your proposal type that we have specified here. Next, like I said, all different um, uh, of officials vote for that proposal. So we have a vote function as well, so we have to keep this these information in proposal as well, yes votes and no votes. And then we also keep this information that this if yes votes is greater than the no votes, then we will execute that proposal, that proposal is executed or not, right? True and false value, right? Let's so we will use the struct and for the proposal, and just declare all the variables that we discussed just now. First one is the address of the proposer who is proposing this proposal, and next is your proposal type. So it should be, sorry, should be just keep it as type of the proposal. So type is uh, proposal type, right? Just keep it as proposal type. I guess this is a keyword. Proposal type, write this. And then next is your description of this proposal. Can be any description. And then we have yes votes. And then we have no votes, the count of no votes. We also keep these two information along with the proposal, so that by using this information, we will decide whether we will execute this proposal or not, right? And we also keep one Boolean information, that is if this proposal is executed or not, as true and false value. So I guess these much amount of these are the following attributes we need for declaring a particular proposal or for defining a particular proposal. Now we can have the multiple proposals, right? So we are creating one array which is of structure type proposal array, right? Just keep it as public and it's proposals like this, and that's all. So we are storing all the information in the form of array. So at 0 proposal, proposal first information, proposal 2 information at 1 index, and so on. Now, because we are going to implement a vote function in this, so we have to keep this information that who has already voted or not. So for that, I'll create one mapping for keeping the track that who have already voted and who hasn't, who haven't. And for that, the first is your address, should be of address type, the address, and then next is your bool value, it's true or false, and make this as hasVoted. Yes, so till now what we did, we defined the proposal type, then we declare proposal attributes, and we are keeping all proposals under one list that is called as proposals. That is an array, and then we are also keeping the information that which official has voted or not. This official is voted or already voted or not, right? In by using this mapping, right? Next, first we need to check. We need certain constraints, and we need certain checks under function. So instead of writing those required statement under function, you can also create modifier, and you can use that modifier along with the function declaration part. So first modify is to check valid proposal. And here you just need to pass the index value of it. Proposal index. And you already know this information, how you can check the index, because you are storing this information in an array, and if array has 5 elements, so the index should ranges from 0 to 4. That means index value should be less than the length of the array. This is how you can check this. So you require a statement, and here you check proposal index is less than of proposal's length, because proposals dot length, then it's fine. Otherwise, you just display error message at invalid proposal index, like this. That's all, and just end this modifier with the underscore symbol. Right. So next is whether checking whether that proposal is already executed or not. Right. So for that we need a modifier not executed. Right. And here we will pass a proposal index as a parameter. And here we check require, and here you pass that in the index, here the proposal index. Sorry, proposal index. And so here we are accessing this field as executed, because this is a part of this proposals executed. If it is true, then it's fine. If it is true, that means it's already executed, right? And but here we are checking not executed, so that's why I have to keep the exclamation sign here and just put as open close bracket outside this statement. And if it is fine, otherwise we just proposal already executed. If it is true, already executed, like this. Right, it's done. Semicolon, and just end this modifier with the underscore. Right now, all the constraint parts are part has been done, I guess. We will see later on. And let's work on the function. So what is your first function? First function is to submit a proposal. So let's declare this function as function submit proposal, right? And here, when you're submitting a proposal, you need the all these different values. First one is a proposer. So proposer address should be the message.sender. So first is your proposer type. So proposal type, right? So proposal. So this should be of type. And next is your description of string memory, string memory, and here description. Next is your yes votes. So they are both are true, 0 and 0 at the starting, so there is no need to. And for executed, the value is false. So these two parameters we need for as an arguments, and then that's all. Now let's push all this information into this array, because whenever you are adding the details in an array, you have to use a push function. So let's do this. So we have the name of the array is proposals, and then push function. So here we are pushing the information by storing, by accessing the structure. Here the name of the structure is proposal, right? So just use this proposal, and open close bracket, and then you can specify different arguments by using this curly braces. Here, first one is your proposer, and its value is message.sender, should be separated by comma only. And then next is your proposer type, right? And this should be the argument value type. And then next is your description. We are also taking this description from the parameter. And then next we have yes I guess only votes 0 in the starting, then no votes 0 again. 1 second. Then executed false when you are creating this like this. I guess this is done. So that's all. When you are submitting the proposal, so you just submit all the information here. You just can terminate this by using this. Let me check the value here. So here is a proposal and the open close bracket. Irrelevant source part. Which part is irrelevant? Does not match the declaration. So proposer. Proposal, it's the same as this. Name argument proposer does not match function declaration. But that is let me check this error first. So here I'm gonna check that this is the named argument does not match with function declaration. There's something ambiguous here. Here the name is proposals and then the name of the structure is proposal and proposer is message or sender. And then we have proposal type as type and then description. Vote 0 and exit is false. And I have terminated this statement. So there are two. All information is correct, I guess, but I don't know why it's showing error message. PROPOSAL, I guess it's correct. PROPOSAL is proposal type. Type should be of T here. Description, yes, votes, no votes executed. And then so it should be proposer, sorry. Should be proposer. Now it's fine, I guess. Right, it's done. Submit proposal is done. Now let's work on function, next function. What is your next function here? Vote functions. So let's function vote, and here you just specify the index of your proposal index and proposal index and next thing we can later on design that you're gonna vote for which proposal, right? And it should be of public type. And next is next we can check that it's only a valid proposal. So just make it use this modify as valid proposal, right? And when you are using this valid proposal, so you have to pass the index here. So that index should be the index you are taking as an argument and then done. Now, first we check the proposer who is going to vote for this proposal has not casted her or his vote already. So for that, we need a required statement here, and we will use this hash vote. So first is your exclamation mark. So hash has vote, and here it should be the message dot sender, right? And if it is true, that means you have already voted, but it should not be true. So it should be the false. So then only you can execute this function. So I use this exclamation mark. Either if it is true, that means you have already voted. You just display the error message. Already voted on a proposal, like this. And then next part is we will create a structure type of storage variable. So we have a structure as proposal, and we are just storing all this information of this index in a separate variable called as pro, and we will use a proposals array, and here we pass the index. So what we are doing, we are just keeping um sorry, it should be proposals. Right. So what we are doing, we are just keeping that proposal information in this pro variable, which is of structure type, right? So the name of this array is proposals, right? Done. Now I will use this pro variables to check whether it's already executed proposal or not. So for that we need a required statement, and I check pro dot executed is should be false. If it is false, then it's fine. Otherwise, you have to display RMSS proposal already executed, like this. Right. And now I check has vote. I just update the hash vote as message.sender by making this as true. That means you have voted as true. Right. Next, we just count the if you are voting for it, that means if you are voting for yes, then you just increment the yes value, otherwise increment the no value. So I'll just pass one variable here. It should be of Boolean type, um, like vote for. So here I check if it vote for. If vote for is true, this Boolean value is true, that means yes, it should be executed, I guess. C should be there. If this value parameter is true, that means you are voting in favor of that proposal. So you have to increment your yes votes, like this, yes votes plus plus, like this. Else you just need to increment your no votes, pro dot no votes plus plus, like this. So we also need this variables to check whether you are voting yes or no. If it is for yes, then it is true. You just increment the yes votes, otherwise increment the no vote, right? Now this is done. So this is how you can vote for the different proposal. Now next function is for the execution part. Execute proposal, and here you just need to pass the index of your proposal, right? And just make this function as public, and this also will be executed for only valid proposals. So just use this valid proposal modifiers and just pass the index as the parameter, right? And it will execute it for those who has not executed yet. So I'll use one more modifier, that is not executed. not executed and pass the index value as the parameter that we took as a local variable. Right, it's done. Now next one is again create a storage variable, proposal row, sorry, storage row, and then use the proposals and here just pass the index like we did in above in the previous function. And now you can use this storage variable to check if your yes votes is greater than the no votes. That means proposal not approved. Otherwise, you just need to execute or make this variable as true or execute this proposal. Right. So here is a required statement. Require if your pro dot yes votes is greater than pro dot no votes, that means you can execute this function. Otherwise, you can just display the error message as proposal not approved, like this, right? And you just update one row dot executed as true, like this for the execution part. So it is done. So this is how you can execute the proposal, and by just updating the executed as true. Otherwise, you can just also add on some a certain functionality according to your requirement. Now for getting the proposal details, you can use this proposal. You can directly use this proposal array because it's storing all the proposal details, or you can also make a separate function for it. And you can also get the proposal count by using the length of this array. So get proposal count, and here just make this value view because you're just accessing it. Returns uint and just return as proposals dot length. Length, like this. Then next function. Yeah, you can, so this is up to you. For get proposal details function, you can make it as a separate, or you just access you can access this proposals array. I'll show you, right? So I'm not making defining that function, so you can do it on your by yourself, and I'll show you that functionality by using these arrays, right? So let's deploy first, compile this function. So it's compiled and then deploy it. So let me delete the previous instances, and let me deploy it again. So it is deployed. Now, first I want to submit proposal. For that, we need different things. So what is the type? So type, I'm taking as PolicyChange. So the index is 1. And next is your description. So it's about the education policy, like this. 1 second. Policy, and just submit proposal. So it is executed, and I want to submit one more proposal, and it's of funding. So it's just keep the funding of road construction, like this, and just remove this policy word and submit proposal. So we have 2 proposals now. And now let's vote for the different proposals. So I want to vote for the education policy. Right, so here for vote function, so where is the vote? Here I just passed the index of 0. That is your and I'm voting for, that means true. I'm voting it, right? And just I'm changing the address and voting it again. So here I'm voting it for the same, and I'm changing the address and voting it again for the same function. right? And then we also check whether that address is voted or not. And then let's execute proposal 0 and then execute proposal, and it's get executed. That means true value, it's storing the true value, and you just get the details of the proposal of 0. So executed should be true. So it is true. That means that proposal has executed, right? So this is how you can make this governance system. So I hope you all enjoyed this lecture. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.